What if transforming your life didn't require one massive decision, but hundreds of tiny changes?
This is the central idea behind atomic habits. Remarkable results can begin with incredibly small actions. Improve by just 1% consistently, and those tiny gains can compound into something much larger. Good and bad habits may look insignificant today, but time magnifies their consequences.
The difference is almost invisible at first. Months or years later, it can become enormous.
Goals define what you want. Systems determine what you repeatedly do to get there. Winners and losers can share the same goals. Their systems are what eventually separate their results. The deepest habit change happens when you stop focusing only on outcomes and begin changing your identity.
Instead of saying, "I want to read more," begin thinking, "I am becoming a reader."
Instead of chasing one workout goal, build evidence that you are becoming someone who exercises consistently.
Every action becomes a small vote for the person you want to become.
Every habit can be understood through 4 stages: cue, craving, response, and reward. First comes the cue, a trigger that tells your brain a potential reward is available.
The cue creates a craving, not necessarily for the phone itself, but for the feeling it promises.
Then comes the response, the actual behavior you perform because of that craving.
Finally comes the reward, teaching your brain whether this behavior is worth repeating.
To build better habits, Atomic Habits turns this loop into 4 simple laws of behavior change.
First, make good habits obvious by placing their cues directly inside your environment.
Your environment quietly influences behavior, so make good choices visible and bad choices harder to notice.
Second, make habits attractive by combining something you need to do with something you already enjoy.
Third, make starting incredibly easy. A new habit should initially take less than 2 minutes.
The goal isn't to master the habit immediately. First, master the habit of showing up. Fourth, make good habits satisfying by creating immediate evidence that you made progress. Missing once is an accident. The important rule is simple: never let one mistake become 2. Successful people make mistakes too. Their advantage is returning to good behavior quickly. Progress often remains invisible for weeks or months before accumulated effort finally produces noticeable results.
Imagine heating an ice cube 1 degree at a time while nothing seems to happen. Then at 32 degrees, it begins melting. Earlier effort wasn't wasted, it was accumulating.
This pattern appears everywhere: learning, fitness, money, careers, relationships, and almost every meaningful form of growth. You don't need to transform your entire life today. You only need to improve the next small action. Forget perfection. Choose one tiny habit, make it easy, and begin today. Because eventually, your habits don't just change what you achieve, they change who you become.